Today I wanted to make a little short video about some beginning spinning techniques, just some basics, because everybody doesn't live close enough to come and take a lesson from me. So I just want to talk a little bit about the wheel first, what you should be trying to do. Right now I have this wheel set up in double drive, and you can see if I push down, I'm not pushing very hard. This band is not that tight. You don't want the band to be too tight, and it even works for Scotch tension. You only want your drive band to be tight enough to move everything around, and in double drive you want your band to be tight enough to move everything around and also take up whatever yarn you're spinning. So I'm gonna start going. When I'm trying to get enough take up, I should be able to pull this off of the bobbin easily, and it should take up easily. This is a little bit looser than I want it to be. This is better. See, it takes up a little bit faster, but I can pull it off easily and not worry about my thread breaking if I want to pull some out. So first I'm going to spin a little bit with this Horn Dorset roving. Horn Dorset is a pretty short stapled breed, and you can see if we pull a little bit out, we only get about 2 to 3 inch staple length. It's not very long, which is kind of fun, or a good way to start out, because a lot of new spinners like to keep their hands close together. I'm going to start with short forward draw. I like to begin with this because it's easier to control your twist than if you're trying to start out with long draw. So I'm going to draft forward, slide back, draft forward, slide back. There's no twist in the fiber supply. All the twist is in front of my fingers. Also, my fingers are very loose. You can see if I was pinching down, you could see how like my knuckles get white. I'm not pinching that hard, just enough so that I'm going to keep the twist out, but I can move forward and back. I'm only drafting out about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, which always I like to draft only about 1/2 of a staple length. So right now we have a staple length of about 2 to 3 inches, so I don't want to go more than 1 inch or 1.5 inches in my drafting. My fiber hand is loose and open. This hand is only supporting the fiber, really. It's not doing any work at all when we're doing short forward draw. So see, I can open my hand all the way and still draft out. We don't want to be squeezing because it makes everything harder to pull, and then we're fighting with our wool. We don't want our hands this close together because we're pulling on either end of the staple then, and we can't draft out. We want to have our hands about 2 staple lengths away from each other is about where I keep my hands. It looks like they're closer than that, but really my grip is back here at my pinky. And so I have, you know, a good 4 to 5 inches between my drafting hand and where I'm holding on to this fiber. Finer yarn can take a less of a take up than a thicker yarn. So if you're spinning a thicker, more bulky yarn, you may want to increase your take up. But the thing about it is, you never want the take up to feel like it's pulling the fiber out of your hand. You never want to be fighting to hold on to the fiber. This is a very loose grip. See, I can open this and not have it pull it out of the fiber supply. You want to feel like every draft is like you're giving a little bit of yarn to the wheel. It's like a little gift. And every slide back, you're coming to get more to give it a little gift. If it's pulling it, it's more like the wheel is trying to steal your fiber, and then you have to grab everything and strain and struggle to hold on to it so that you can work on it long enough. And you don't want to have to do that. The wheel is your friend. The wool is your friend. We want to be happy together. So we're not gonna make the take up so hard that we have to, you know, be grabbing at it all the time. The lighter the take up, the better. So it's better, I like to start with a lighter take up and move up and up and up until I get the take up that I want. The take up for this in double drive is back here, because we're adjusting the height of the back of the back maiden. If we were in Scotch tension, which I don't have my Scotch tension brake band on here right now, we would adjust it here. And there's a different adjustment for all of your wheels. And, you know, definitely the other thing is, don't be afraid to play with your wheel. Move things around, turn little knobs, and spin a little, and turn it again and spin a little, and see how it affects your spinning. See how it affects your spinning if you adjust this knob. See how it affects your spinning if you start to spin faster. You know, how does this work as opposed to, you know, how does a slow treadle work? And change your hands and your feet around. Change everything that you can. Just try different things. Don't be afraid of your wheel, because it's your friend and you're probably going to have it for many years, like I've had this one. You're just going to get along well if you learn all of the adjustments. Don't only stay on, you know, one ratio. Change your ratios around and see how it affects your spinning. Change your take-up. Make sure you oil all the places where your instruction manual tells you to oil. If you don't have an instruction manual, they're online all over the place. So this is our short lesson for today. Just practice every day, 20 minutes, or come and visit me and I'll make you practice.